Plaintiff Amber Paul was 15 when the defendant stole her virginity, and he was 26. Amber insists she didn't know any better at the time and started dating the defendant because she thought he loved her. But she's suing him today for credit card debt and emotional distress. Defendant Matthew Baker says when he started dating Amber, she was just about to turn 18. Matthew claims their relationship deteriorated because Amber's family was always in their business, and he suspects she's suing for more than he owes.
Tell me what happened.
He took years from me in a relationship that was wrong from the beginning.
When did you all begin your relationship?
I was 15 when he stole my virginity, and he was 26.
When was that?
In 2002, 2003.
How did you all meet?
He was a tenant of my father's living there, and he would come over and do projects around my dad's houses to supplement his rent because he couldn't afford to live there with 2 roommates.
When did you all begin your relationship?
I was 15 when he stole my virginity, and he was 26.
Plaintiff Amber Paul dated the defendant, and she claims he stole her virginity when she was 15 and he was 26.
Go ahead.
And that's when we met. Everything changed. We were doing a drop ceiling in the basement, and he invited me over to his house. I didn't think anything of it. I went, and that's the night that it changed. Everything changed.
Okay. Why'd you get involved with it?
I didn't know any better. I was very naive. I was very...
Naive about what?
Life, the world, everything.
You didn't know not to have sex with a man of that age?
I didn't even know we were going to have sex.
But you did. Did he take it? He took it? He molested you?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
You told him no?
No, I didn't. I had never.
You didn't know to say no?
I didn't know what was going on.
I believe at age 15, you know what sex is. Did you tell your father?
No.
Why?
I didn't have a good relationship with my father at that time. I was a teenager. I was going through a lot of changes.
Did you tell your mother?
No.
Why?
I was ashamed.
Okay. Why did you keep doing it?
Because I felt like he loved me. I felt like he cared for me. I felt like he was there for me. I trusted him.
Did you tell him you were 15?
He knew how old I was.
How did he know?
I was in high school. I was a junior in high school.
That?
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Sir? I'll let you respond.
Okay, well, first off, I think she has her age mixed up when this all happened. This happened right around when she was just about to turn 18. We had known each other for a couple of years.
What year was it? You told me 02.
It was
right?
in 02 I met him. In 03 I turned 15.
And how did you all come to be involved sexually?
Just we saw each other almost on a daily basis, and the relationship just kind of grew.
How? Did you hit on her?
I guess perhaps. It went kind of back. Yeah, I mean, I thought she was cute and she was nice, and we kind of.
And you thought she was how old?
She was about, when we started dating, about 17, almost about 18.
How did you know?
She told me.
Okay. And what grade was she in?
When we started dating, I would probably say she was a senior or a junior.
Probably say.
I would say senior.
Where did you get your information?
From her. And
she
from
said,
her family.
I'm probably in the 11th or 12th grade. You think this is funny. Dad,
No.
Do you think it's funny?
No.
Come on up. Stand up. State your name.
My name is Dennis Paul.
Did you know about him raping your daughter, as she alleges?
He told me he was giving her guitar lessons
What year did you find out that he had been raping her?
about 2 years ago.
All right. And they were involved up until when?
June 13th, 2008.
You could still have pressed charges against him. You didn't consider that?
I talked to her to see what she wanted to do, and it was up to her at that point. She was already an adult, and so I told her to do it.
You didn't want to do that?
I don't want to have to go through everything that's happened with him, every detail, every date, every
You
incident.
won't. Just like you telling me, tell them that one time, and they'll convict him if you could prove it. All right. You want to give me some background before we get to the credit card debt and the emotional distress?
Basically, we dated for that whole time, and we started growing apart. I really think it was mostly because of her family and her father too, putting a lot of pressure on us. He was always in the business of a relationship. And,
What was he saying?
pressured me to go back to school for some things, which is not a bad thing, but the way...
Accepted your relationship, though, right?
Yes, he did.
All right. And what was your status in terms of your career, money, jobs, while you were going with his daughter?
I was working most of the time. I had an issue with the job that I had.
And so he gave you the good advice of getting a better education so that you can get a better job.
That is correct.
All right. I'll be quite frank. You're lucky that's all he did to you, sir.
Amber Paul dated the defendant, and she claims he stole her virginity when she was 15 and he was 26.
Ma'am, you want to tell me about the credit card?
I had opened up 7 different cards to supplement us. He had really bad credit, and I trusted him. I put everything in one basket, which I shouldn't have done. Lesson learned. So I had opened up 7 different credit cards. One of them was paid off and closed. We had 6 of them as of the breakup in 2008. When we broke up, there was an agreement that he would pay me $75 every month until the cards were paid off. I got into a consolidation.
He was to pay the total amount of all the charges?
Half, which is
Okay.
$75 a month. I was putting $75 in my account.
When was this?
This was in 2009.
Okay. And do you have the amount that was owed as of 2009?
No, I do from the credit place that I went through for the consolidations.
And how much did he pay?
He's paid 16 months.
And times $75? How much is that, Doyle?
$1,200.
Thank you. What's the total amount that he owes for his half after having paid $1,200?
$2,378.
Okay. Sir?
I don't know. I haven't seen any statements or anything. I don't know what she might have charged or charges might have incurred since we broke up.
You didn't ask to see a statement?
No, I didn't. I took it on faith.
He doesn't ask too many questions. How old are you?
That's true. You don't ask questions. Good point. You don't ask questions. We've established that. The emotional distress is for what again, ma'am?
Just he introduced me to things that I never knew about. Sex being one of them. He was really into bondage and
Ma'am,
that
that's
type of
enough.
thing.
That's enough, ma'am. I'm not granting you emotional distress because he introduced you to sex. I'll grant you the $2,378 for your credit card debts and dismiss your emotional distress claim. Have a good day.
I don't really have anything to say because you're a loser. He's an alcoholic. He's been an alcoholic for what, 20 years?
She knows about the drugs and the alcohol as far as the rest of her family goes too. She's giving me a line right there. I'll tell you what.